Hi, everyone. I'd like to call to order the September 21st, 2023 Park and Rec Board meeting. Deb, could you please call the roll?
Tammy,
I'm here.
Patty Roberts,
Here.
Michael Leaks,
Here.
John Wagner,
Here.
Deborah DeCosimo, me.
You had to think about that one.
Yeah, Kyle is not here. Aaron,
I'm here.
Aaron's here, and Susan is not here.
Okay, perfect. Moving on to item number 1 on the agenda. May I please have a motion to approve
I
today's
make the
agenda?
motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, so today's agenda is approved. May I please have a motion to approve the August 24th, 2023 Park and Rec Board minutes?
I move to approve the August 24th Park and Rec Board minutes.
May I have a second?
Second.
All in
Thank you.
favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, so the minutes from last meeting that are approved. And then agenda item number 3, citizen comments. We have no citizens in attendance today, so we're just going to go right to number 4, which is the inventory of the Bel Air Beach logoed merchandise, and I'll hand it over to Patty.
Okay. Beach towels 7, hand towels 8, baseball caps 3 gray, 2 khaki, license plates 5, logo coffee mugs 4, logo stickers 6, sling bags 1, and welcome bags 4.
Okay, awesome. So it sounds like we're running low. The hats are really going still.
Yeah.
So we'll, when Kyle gets back, I will talk to him about ordering more hats. And then, or you can do it. And then also, it seems like the coffee mugs are flying. So I know she gave away some, but I mean, there was quite a few in there after the thank you luncheon for all the board members. So maybe we just, go ahead with another round of those, maybe in another, the color was nice, so I don't know why she'd mess with the color. It was just white with the logo. And they literally, I don't know if I use mine every week, and they hold up great in the dishwasher, and the logo doesn't fade, so they're really good quality. So I don't know, unless you guys are, we probably need to at our next meeting talk about like maybe one more item. I think we kind of discussed like maybe kitchen towels for one more thing to sell at the holiday
Yeah.
show, even if
We
it's
talked about ornaments.
yeah, so something, but like I think if we get that going
Simple.
at the October meeting, we'll have time to order it and have them in stock by December 5th or 4th, whenever that party is. I think it's the 4th.
Can we do hats in that color blue? I like
I
that.
do too.
I would buy
These are the
that.
first ones, so maybe we can revisit, like just do the beige
Because
again.
I love how this is iridescent. I'm loving it.
I can tell you they don't carry that iridescent thread anymore. Where we get the hats from, Austin's, they no longer have that.
That's
and
unfortunate.
and the also thing is the new place where we go to get some of the embroidery through the foundation, they don't have the shimmery either.
Yeah.
I can check again,
They have
but
something close though, I think.
yeah.
But it's not
Okay,
exactly-
I mean, that's a nice hat. I would like
Oh,
that
yeah.
better than a khaki or a gray. Yeah, I'm in, if you can do a different color.
Okay, so we'll look into that.
And is that a girl's cap versus a men's cap, or they're just the
They're
same?
unisex, I
Yeah,
think.
okay, that would fit
Yeah,
me.
they're just adjustable. And
Good, okay.
John, you've seen my baby blue Bel Air Beach hat. I wear it a lot.
It's fabulous.
It's
And I was gonna
fabulous.
say,
We like the glitter.
I am looking for a couple of hats here, so I'll be down there to.
When are you coming back?
Well, right now, I think, right now I'm tentatively planning on leaving on the 29th with Brenda, the dogs, and the cat, and should be back probably the following day. And this is tentatively because I'm going to have I think I'm going to have the roof replaced on this house up there. I think there's hail damage, so I'm going to need to go down and come back. So I'm a little bit, don't know exactly how this is going to work, but if I can figure this out, I'm going to stay down there until after the beach cleanup on the 7th, and probably come back here, do a little bit more fishing, then come back down mid-October. So
Awesome. Okay, so that sounds good. And then, so is everybody good with the inventory for the merchandise? Does anybody have anything else to add?
I added what I wanted to say.
The welcome bags. We do need, there's
Oh.
only 4 put together in
Oh.
there.
Yeah, okay, so we need to address
Did
that.
you add the Pilates information to, did you bring it to City Hall and get it?
Yeah, I brought it to City Hall. Michael sat here and paired them all together for me.
Oh, good. I just wasn't here, so I didn't know.
Yeah, Michael, what was it, about maybe 25 of them?
About 30.
Yeah, so
Oh, awesome.
it's a pamphlet plus a thing for a free class.
Yeah, okay, so I will check inventory of all the things that go into the welcome bags, and if we need to order some stuff, a lot of it's just Amazon, and and I know we still have the kitchen towels because we hold certain things aside that we don't sell, so we should be okay with that. So I usually make them in sets of 10, so 4 will last probably a month or so.
Do you have anything coming in from Clean Eats to put in the bag?
They did it in the first set. I can ask her for 10 more.
They
'cause
finally opened, didn't they?
they did.
Yeah, and it doesn't hurt,
Oh yeah, no, they always have lots of that stuff on hand. That's actually a good idea because they are now open, and all the stuff they gave us originally we went through. So I'll ask.
And does somebody need to circle back with Publix for more, or?
I did, and she didn't respond. So
Okay.
that's why
She's like, all right, you're kind of done.
I don't know if that's what it was or not.
Could have
Yeah.
been a bad day.
Yeah, I'm not sure. So I will ask Gold's Gym if they have any more of those 6 months free for new residents. So I'll ask those two, Gold's and Clean Eats. If anybody wants to ask anybody else, like you said, you can ask repeats or you can ask new people. They don't have to be, the bags don't have to be the same. And then, so if there's 4 left, we have maybe a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, depending on.
Okay. I mean, I hit all the same restaurants all the time. I really should just
Yeah.
speak to them when I'm there.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, now that sounds good. Okay, so agenda item number 5, discussion of the Halloween event details and volunteer recruitment. So you guys should have it's a Halloween recap sheet. Patty sent it out to you guys.
Yeah, I had that. I incorporated everything into the notes from that.
Okay,
Every single thing is in the notes from here.
okay, so
Here
with
it
that
is.
being said, I'll kind of go through, and so I have confirmed Dave and Wendy Gaddis to be the MCs and to help with the flow of contestants. Their son has been here the past 2 years. She said that they're okay. He helped, but she's doing it. She's done it enough times where she can do it on her own. So we don't need a third person to help corral the cats or the dogs. And then, so Pat and Rich are going to do the sign-in table again. They're confirmed. And then, so as far as judges, we can either do 3 judges or 5 judges. So Deb has confirmed Darlene Gray and Molly. And then I have reached out to Frank and Margie Bankert. I'm waiting to hear back from them. And then I kind of wanted to see if anybody else had like a neighbor or, someone that hasn't worked the last 2, so we can kind of get new people to try out like a volunteer thing. So we do have, over a month before we have to do this. So if, say, Michael, if you have a neighbor or somebody that you can reach out to ask to see if they want to be a judge, or Patty, if you have anybody, or Susan, when she gets the minutes, the recap, we could ask her if she has anybody in her neighborhood.
We have a little, we have a small building, but it's still 40 people. I can put something on our,
Bulletin board. Whatever.
we have a portal,
Oh, good.
like an HOA portal.
Oh, nice.
And then they can just post stuff to it. So
Excellent.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
then every time we have beach cleanup and stuff like that, we should have him
Yeah.
posted on
Yes.
his portal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be great.
That's
Yes.
awesome. And then if you actually get someone that confirms back and says, yes, I want to volunteer to help with this event, just email Patty, and then she'll disseminate it down to the rest of us.
Okay.
And then we can keep track so we don't end up with 9 people that think they're
Judges.
judges. And then, so we keep track as they're confirmed. So I did also confirm Jules Chandler. She will volunteer for the event. I had her down for a judge, but honestly, Everybody else will be working a table that's on the foundation board. So I want her to work the foundation table if she can. So she's a pending, she's a definite volunteer, but I just, I'd rather find someone else to judge and have her do the foundation table. And then, and then this is as far as like the Park and Rec board. So volunteers and the Park and Rec board. I mean, no one's gonna make you, but if you could wear a costume, that would be great.
Oh, I have mine. I'm ready.
We've all worn costumes in the past. It's fun. So, and because I can't be here for this event, I leave town on Wednesday, the 26th, and I don't get back till Sunday. What I'm going to do is kind of like the prep work for you guys. So I've been working with Kyle to order all the things that we need from Amazon, the gift cards, the candy, the treat bags. So the lady that had volunteered to do the treat bag, she emailed me, I don't know if anyone forwarded it to you guys, and said, I can't do it now.
Anthony will do it.
Okay, and Anthony can do it, and you can check with him, but Kyle ordered some stuff. So
Oh,
if no one wants to volunteer, because I didn't want to, when she sent me the email, I wasn't in a position where I could, disseminate it out and, we could find someone else. So I'm just we've always done it, and so, it's in the budget. So Kyle just ordered some candy and some dog biscuits. And then if someone else ends up wanting to volunteer to provide a treat bag, we're not doing truck or treat because we couldn't corral the kids down to the trunk. You know what I mean? It was, even though it was right there, it was kind of far and no one understood.
And it's not far. They just didn't get it.
They didn't get it. And then so we tried it and it didn't work. And then if that's all we were doing, it would work. But that's not the whole point of it. It was just to kind of give them some
Could we
extra
just do
candy.
a table with the treat
That's
bags
what
on
we're
it?
gonna do.
Okay.
That's exactly what, so up in the helicopter pad, it'll, there's gonna be, we're not gonna do treat bags for the dogs because there were too many people going, my dog doesn't eat those. Those are too big.
And we
Those are
had to
too small.
donate
Those are,
Hundreds.
we donated hundreds of dog biscuits, which isn't a bad thing to the shelter. But anyway, so I have a Halloween, like a cute basket. We're just going to put dog biscuits in this basket, and if someone wants to walk to the treat table and give their dog a treat, I mean, Stanley would be jumping up and down on the table trying to get to the treat basket. I know her. So it's, if they want one of those treats, and I had Kyle get little ones, so you can give little treats to give your big dog 3 treats and give your little dog 1 treat. Because, we did the big milk bones, and some of those treats were bigger than the dogs that were there. So anyway, so what I'm going to do ahead of time is get the prize bags together. I'm going to come here and dig out all of the Halloween decorations that we have. I have the tablecloths at my house, so I'll make sure they're washed and I will bring them here so they're ready for you guys.
You can just give me everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going to do as much as I can ahead of time since I can't be here the day before and the day.
Yeah, well, we could help you with that stuff too, so let us know if you need help.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, because the tree, we had fun last year putting treat bags together. We had our little assembly line, and so.
We always gonna have a good time. So right now, we only have the 2 judges with the potential of,
How many judges do we need?
Either, we can
3 or
either do
5.
3, but in the past, we've always done 5.
Okay. Now, I just had a different idea. I mean, I'll still post the thing on the portal, but so in our building, we don't really have any
Pets.
kids and we don't have any pets.
Mhm.
So, if somebody wants to volunteer, they still may want to do it. But my customer that I'm building this house for, they're moving in and they have a dog and
they're new.
and they got grandkids. So I may just do a direct ask.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I love that, and let them come with the grandkids and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, honestly, it's really hard. It's hard to do both.
Yeah.
If you're going to have your grandkids and your dog
No, I'm saying is
enter.
that, no, I don't know if they want to enter, but I'm saying is that I know
might
that
wanna
they.
judge.
Oh, yeah. If they
that,
want to judge and
that
bring
they might
them.
wanna
Or,
judge because they have a pet. People who have pets are more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So-
Yeah, that's perfect. So,
So I'll do both, but I'm gonna do a direct ask of the wife.
okay. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And what about the refreshment table? Is Nicole gonna be there?
No, Nicole is at a
Oh.
wedding, and so there will be one of you guys needs to be in charge of the prizes because it's $450.
I'll be in charge.
Amazon. Okay, so Deb will put you for prizes.
Yeah, because I keep the stuff around my neck anyway.
Somebody needs to be in charge of like the water/donut table. You know,
I
we
could
got,
do that too. Right?
I can do water and donuts.
okay.
Okay.
And then, so I also bring like, I think Stanley has like 6 or 7 water bowls, and I always bring all of them. So I'll drop those off earlier in the week. Just someone needs to make sure that they grab them and fill them with water. Yeah, so does someone want to volunteer for that?
Sure.
Okay. And then decorate.
Tammy.
Yes, sir.
Tammy,
Uh-huh.
on the dog treats and the water bowls. I mean, what is the what are we signing up for? Making sure that they get filled up, or
Yes.
we have to buy okay, so we have to buy the water bowls.
No, I bring them all in. Stanley has a lot, so I just bring all of Stanley's travel, not glass. I bring all of her, because she has all sizes, so I just bring her travel water dishes. And then the dog treats, I have a Halloween basket, and we're just gonna put dog treats in a big open basket. So if someone wants to grab, you know, a few or 1 or 7, I don't, you know, who cares as long as we have them. And they'll just be in an open basket as opposed to treat bags. So that can go on, it won't obviously go on the ground because they'll help themselves, but
Right.
it'll be up on a table, like whether the community table or the, I kind of picture like the donuts on the hydration station table, so it'll be the water and the donuts. And then there's going to be a community table, the dog treats can go on the community table.
Okay.
And you guys
along,
can,
along with the water dishes. So
no, all the water
They'll be
dishes,
spread out.
those water dishes we were on the edge of the circle, like kind of spread out so the dogs could kind of help themselves.
Okay.
And they were kind of away from the tables, so.
Okay.
Away from the donut.
And away from the donuts, away from, you know, they were just kind of like along the one edge, kind of spread out a little bit.
Do you have a diagram of where you want the tables?
Okay, you know what? Okay, so the day of, the 2 tents go up, and then 2 tables go under there for the judges.
Right.
And whether there's 3 judges or 5 judges, you still kind of need 2 tables, if you know what I'm
But
saying.
I'm saying, do you have a diagram, or does Kyle have a diagram of that, and where he wants the tents, where you want the tents?
And where you just.
Well, they've been in the same place every year, so like I can draw a diagram
Yeah.
for you if you want to.
Here, let's just do it right here, and I'll put it on the notes, and Patty can see it.
Oh boy.
Circle.
Okay, here's the circle. So here's the water. Okay, so right here we've always had the 2 tents for judges. And then right here, and your back is to the water, will be the sign-up table. Right behind us.
It's right behind us.
Oh, right here, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
in that circle that's
Yeah, okay,
higher,
I got
yeah.
you.
And then right next to that would be the, you know, we have our park and rec board signs. So the one that says hydration station, you'll have the water and donuts. And then and then there's the community table,
Where's the entrance from the path?
right here.
Okay, so the first thing they enter, they really have the community table first.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And then on the community table, you would have, like, say, the dog treats,
Yeah, we got it.
and then you would have the first aid that we always have to have down there, and you would have, okay, the speaker. Aaron, you or Kyle have to make sure that it's charged up so the microphone's ready for Dave. And then someone needs to be in charge of the Halloween music that we kind of pipe through. I just brought one of those little portable speakers. So Dave would be coming out of the microphone and the speaker box. I would always bring just one of those little
Right.
waterproof
Yeah.
speakers, and you go on your Amazon, you
Yeah.
hit Halloween music, and it just
I'll
plays.
do that.
Okay, you'll do the music? Okay, awesome.
Oh, and just to confirm, Patty, you said you were gonna do the dog
The water.
The water bowls, the
The
ones
water
she's
bowls
bringing
and the
fill 'em all
treats.
up.
Yeah, okay. And the dog treats, was that
They
your
just
table?
kinda sit on the table. I don't
Yeah,
know,
but
whatever
we-
Yeah,
tastes-
I'm bringing in the basket earlier in the week, so you just literally have
No,
to pop them
I'm
on the
just
table.
saying, is that the table that she said yes to before, or just doing the dog bowls?
If that's a table that just has treats, nothing else on it,
No, the community table would have the dog
The
treats and the
speaker.
speaker and the, like everything but the
that
food and the
table.
water and the sign-up sheet.
Yeah, okay, so,
Yeah.
okay.
And honestly, none of this stuff is written in stone. If you guys get
Yeah,
there
okay.
and the sun is in a different place and you want to move the table, that's why I really wasn't going to do a diagram, because we moved stuff around like the first year 3 times because it was the sun. You know what I mean? And
Well, it's good to know, but at least we want to try to
Yeah.
follow what
Yeah.
was the norm.
like
Exactly.
an idea. And then like the one year we had the young girl who made her own homemade organic dog treats.
Yeah.
She was over here, so we'll just put the foundation table over here.
Where's the kids' treats going?
The kids' treats will go on the same.
Community? Mm-hmm. Okay.
So it'll be because even if it's a 6-foot table, if you just have a little first aid box and a little bitty basket of dog treats, it's still gonna be really empty.
Yeah, okay.
Like, so it's pretty much the donuts and the water go here. The sign up table is just the sign up table. They have the numbers, they have the safety pins, they have the sheets that need to be filled out. So Dave has something to read off of. You know, the first contestant is blah, blah, blah. So that's all that's on the table for Rich and Pat. And they've done it every year, so they know what to do. And then the hydration station, I always brought in my big Yetis, so somebody's got to bring in coolers for the water and the ice will be here, but somebody's got to bring in coolers. My husband is going to flip a lid if I bring in the Yetis, and I drop them off at City Hall for 2 weeks because we're going to be gone. So if they don't, just whatever cooler, if anybody has coolers,
So bring coolers,
I have, let's see, I don't have a very big cooler. It would seem like I should worry about
are you talking about
getting the
dispensers?
coolers, since I'm
No.
kind
You're
of,
talking
I'm
about
kind of the
coolers.
hydration
put
station
ice
guy,
in with the water bottle.
because what I've signed up for. So I guess what I would do,
Yeah.
Tammy, is,
here,
I mean, if I get the
Well, they need
people's
to
phone
buy two.
numbers, I just call and
I'll ask.
They need them for.
how many coolers do I need?
We would just bring one and then
Yeah.
like have a case of water under the table and kind of, fill it up as it gets empty is what we did in the past. And
It's
then
not very big.
somebody, like I've always picked up the donuts too. Somebody needs to pick up the Halloween donuts like the morning.
I'll pick up the Halloween donuts.
Thanks,
I mean, I
John.
just take
Yes,
care
but
of
are you
hydration
not gonna eat
station.
them all? John, are you gonna leave some for everybody else, or are you gonna eat them all before they get here?
Cute.
So question,
I assume Publix, Publix will, I don't have a count, so I don't know who did this last year, but.
No, you don't have to do anything. They'll already be called in and paid for, and you'll just say Bel Air Beach Park and Rec, and they'll hand you the boxes. You don't have to do anything. You walk out.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I do for the beach cleanup every time, so you're
Who
good.
does all, is that Kyle and Aaron or what?
Do what?
I mean, come up with put in the order and say it's ready and how many and all the rest of that stuff.
Well, I
yeah,
usually give the order and they call it in and pay for it.
Okay.
Yeah, so,
I'm just wondering about things like the count. We don't have to figure this out right here, but I mean, does the city, do they have a record of, this is how many donuts we bought from Publix from last year and all the rest of that, or?
yeah, we're good. We got these donut orders down.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're good.
but I do have a question, John. So not only are you going to pick up the donuts, you're going to supply the cooler with the ice as well?
Well, you don't have to, the ice and the water will be here.
Oh, okay, just
So
the cooler.
all you have to bring is an empty cooler.
Just to put the water
A big,
bottles
okay,
inside.
I need to get myself a nice big cooler for the water and ice.
So
I got
do you not already have one?
you can always use one, you know what I'm saying? I'll go get one. If somebody's got one, they want to I think what I'll do is I'll just buy a nice one and contribute it to the city, so we have one.
Yeah, you know what, Aaron just said that the city might have one, so we'll check and we'll let you know. I'll have Patty send you an email to let you know that the cooler situation is covered.
Okay, because if it's not, I'll just buy a decent one and give it to the city, so we got one.
Oh, you don't have to do that. I think we have money in our park and rec board budget. Cause like all this stuff we've been buying over the years, so we really, like, as these events go on, we don't have to buy very much. So.
Right, that room, that room that was, where I had my back to it at the chili cook-off. I mean, it seemed like there was a lot of stuff in there, so I wouldn't be surprised if we had to barbecue. I'll figure that out with Aaron. I'll get that.
Okay, awesome, thank you.
What else? Oh, go
I got
ahead.
our judge.
Hmm?
I got our judge.
You did? Oh, what's their name?
Kimberly Haggerty.
Awesome.
Kimberly Haggerty. Haggerty.
Awesome. And then so we have 3, and then Frank and Margie are pending. So like I said, we just need an odd number, so like there isn't like a, you know what I mean, like a tie or whatever. So let's just hold off on asking anybody else for right now. And then we have 3, and then hopefully we have Frank and Margie say they can't. Mike and Jane Zabel were judges last year, and then
their daughter.
and their daughter, and then maybe Leslie Natero might want to be a judge. So we'll just go. We'll kind of play it by ear.
Yeah.
And see.
So we have and I just told her we'll get her something formal, like an invite that we could send her in. Thank you for being a judge volunteer or something like that.
Yes.
A formal
Does she-
invitation to be a judge kind of thing. That's what you're saying.
She wants an info sheet, basically,
Right.
saying
So
thank you.
I told she confirmed she blocked her calendar, but
That's great. Thank you,
Totally.
Michael.
Thank you. Thank
Did you tell her it would be requested, very appreciated if she wore a costume?
oh no. Let's put it in the letter.
Okay.
I like his style.
Yes, we'll revisit that. Because, honestly, if she doesn't care but we don't tell her and she gets here and everybody else has a costume on, she might feel a little like, oh,
Okay.
I would have done
Gotcha.
it if I would have known. So just give her the option. And then, okay, so that's great. And then, like I said, I'll come earlier and make sure we have a lot of Halloween deco in-house, make sure it's all out. And then on Friday, usually we come around 1 o'clock, but you guys can kind of say at our October meeting, because it'll be before this event, we can decide what time you guys want to meet on Friday. Because what makes it so much easier is if we need 3 tables, and you get the tablecloths on, you decorate them, and then the morning of, all you have to do is pick them up and pop them outside, as opposed to trying to do everything the morning of. Even if you spend like an hour on Friday, it makes Saturday run so much
And we're
smoother.
earlier this year, aren't we?
Yeah, well, we're the exact same as we were the first year.
Right.
Last year there was a wedding, so we had to have it on Sunday, and we had to have it in the afternoon, and it was blazing hot.
So hot.
And in the morning, when it was 10 to 12, it was so, the day is the day. It could be different. And this is the only event where it's not rain or shine, because we cannot bring the dogs in the building.
Right.
So like if it is a pouring down thunderstorm, it's going to be up to Kyle and Aaron to call it and say, it's dangerous, we can't do it. So sorry, here's the treat bags. Have a good day. And it's and you're gonna know before you carry a single thing outside.
Oh,
Kind of like when we did the Frank Sinatra thing. It was just, you could see the thunder and lightning, and
We made it you made the adjustment, pulled it in.
and we made the adjustment and pulled it in. But like this is it. You're gonna make the decision before you drag everything outside. And then this list at the bottom. I already did all this with Kyle. So we ordered new numbers and safety pins, the judge's scoring sheet. From the first year to the second year, we changed the scoring because the first year it was super, super hard to tally up. And Kyle, they all had a very difficult time. So the second year it was adjusted, and it was much, much easier and much quicker, and people weren't waiting around. But so like the way it kind of worked was because there's no parade and there's no trunk or treat. So like, you know, you do all the kids, you do all the dogs, the judges make, you know, all of their decisions. They take their forms, they hand them to Kyle and Aaron to tally up. And while that's going on, that's when the kids eat the donuts and, you know, get something to drink. And, you know, the dog gets a treat bag, you know, maybe someone signs up to buy a brick. And, you know, the little treat bags will be handed out then. So, and then once the judges tally everything up, Kyle will bring everything back out. He'll give the winners to Dave to announce, and Deb will have the prize bags. And they will literally say, kids, first place, kids, second place, kids, third place. So, you know, even though the same, the dollar amounts are different. So you just want to make sure that the right thing goes to the right kid or / doggy parents.
What else should I be doing for you other than holding the stuff?
What do you mean?
Well, I don't have any assignments yet. Do you want me to just help Wendy run everything?
Oh,
Where do you have me?
30,
well,
maybe?
you are going to disseminate the prizes. No, you're going to be the picture person. Because
Okay,
like
okay.
last year when I was giving the prizes away, no one took pictures. So like we didn't even have pictures of the prize winners. So Deb, you're the camera girl.
They were.
You're our
Watson and Sherlock Holmes.
camera lady.
It was
Is that
so
good?
cute.
Yeah,
They were a joint entry.
It may have been him, I can't remember.
so basically I could move around, I could help
My
at the
favorite
foundation
was,
table, I'll just
Toy Story
rove,
last
okay?
Yeah, and that you'll basically do what I did. Like
Yeah.
you make sure everything is where it needs to be when
I
it
got
needs
you.
to be there.
Oh,
And
kids, family, my family.
because a lot of times
okay.
people are
So
just
we
standing
had,
there watching the show because it's cute
Buzz
and you want to
Lightyear.
watch them, but you're like, oh my gosh, it's over and the donuts didn't make it to the table. Because like if it's super super hot, you won't want to bring the donuts out
Out right away.
because they'll
Yeah.
The
melt.
lamp, she looked just.
So,
Okay.
Tammy,
Yes.
so last year we did not get pictures of the winners.
Not the way we should have. And so this time, that's Deb's job the whole time is to take pictures at the event. And then
Okay.
she's going to hang on. We leave the prizes in the office until it's time to hand them to the winners because it's like $450 and no one would steal it. But we just want to, you know what I mean? We just want to make sure because we have had people, I don't know if you remember, but I mean, we had people that drove for an hour
Yeah,
to enter and that's a thing. They were late so they couldn't enter, so there's got to be a cutoff time to say you have to be signed up by, you know, say it's
11:30 or
Well, no,
we're
it's
starting
10
at
it's
10,
10 to
so
12.
10:30.
Yeah.
You have to be
Yeah.
signed up by 10:30.
yeah.
You have an hour to come in, a half an hour to come in, mingle. Yeah, 10:30, let's make that and
Yeah,
put
and
it
then
in
if
your
someone
little
comes in at
instruction sheet.
10:45, you know, it's like it's
They could participate, but maybe they're not involved in the prizes. No.
yeah, it's really hard to tell those cute little kids no when they're late, but it's like it's one of those things. Like if it's feasible and like say they're halfway through the kids and a kid walks up. I know last year we let them do it because we just you know, they were just number 20 and they went last and it flowed. But if it's like we're done with all the kids and we're halfway through the dogs and 2 kids walk
Yeah,
up,
no.
then it's too late. So you'll know if you can work them in
Yes.
without creating chaos,
Okay.
or if it's just like, we're sorry, you know, the cutoff time was, you know, we're already through all the kids.
Right.
So, so I will.
I can take pictures as well.
Okay.
Just candid or whatever.
Yeah, that's perfect. Different angles, like you guys will see different things. Last year there was a dog fight, so be mindful of that. Like it was good that like the doggy parents took the, you know, the dog that was a little crabby home. It happens. There
Was it your dog?
No. Anyway, so we have ordered every single thing that we need from Amazon. I will take care of the donut order. I'll pre-make the treat bag or pre-make the gift bags, and then I'll let you guys know like when a good time is to make the treat bags. If you guys are available and we can do like the little
Yeah.
assembly lines, that will be good. Does anybody have any questions about anything with this? We have one more month to talk about it, so you know, like all of this crazy will be typed up on the minutes for next month, and then we can just see if there's any little last minute things.
But
I have
so we
a
will,
quick question here. It says Parks and Rec, all costumes, Darlene Gray and Laura French. If you want us, I mean, I'm gonna be either, a contestant or I'm gonna man this table here. You want me to get you want, I need to get a costume. Do I understand this correctly? I'm perfectly happy to do that. Is that
Yes.
what we're looking at?
Yep.
Yes, okay.
Yep.
I mean, it could be you wearing a cowboy hat and a bandana, like, you know.
Yeah, it
just-
doesn't have to be crazy.
I don't know. We'll
I can
see.
lend him that
We'll
one
see what
outfit
we
that I
come
bought.
up with here. All right.
Yep.
so we're, well, I guess
And,
when we set our next
and
meeting.
setting up
program,
these
so
tables,
it's
there'll
gonna
be a
like the-
diagram,
We're gonna be meeting right
And
before.
the city will set them up, and we can just call up Kyle and Aaron and say, when you guys want to do this, we'll come over there and help you, kind of a deal like that. At that time, to get the my waters and I'll figure all that stuff out. We can do that.
You guys do that the Friday before, yeah, and we'll decide that
All right,
next
what time
month.
should we arrive on day of? 9:40, 9:30?
It's not enough time,
9 o'clock?
'cause you gotta get everything, cause the
9
tents,
o'clock.
you gotta set the tents up the day of, because you can't set the tents up and get them out the door. So the tents have to be set up the morning of, you've gotta pick the tables up and carry them out there, carry the coolers out
We're gonna
there.
have Aaron and
I'll be there
his
at 8
guys,
o'clock.
right?
Well, Aaron
On
and,
Saturday, no, they won't be there for Saturday.
yeah, the guys are not here, Aaron and Kyle, like last year, like Lynn and Kyle have always come to it, so I kind of assumed that Kyle and
Yeah.
Aaron would come to it.
What time are they going to be there, then?
9, but we.
9 is adequate, if the
No-
board.
Yeah, 9 is adequate because you guys will come on Friday, the day before, for an hour and basically set up, decorate the tables, put the tablecloths on, get,
I know exactly what you did last year, and so does Patty. We'll
Yeah.
handle it.
We're big girls.
What
We
time
can
is that?
handle it, right?
What time is the Friday?
She's gonna worry anyway.
She said, Tammy said we'll discuss that at the next meeting because it's prior to the event.
All right.
yeah, because we'll have one more meeting before, the end of October, so.
Okay.
Okay, does anybody have anything else for this?
So you said you're making the tree bags, right?
Yeah, or I will, if you guys wanna, I'll send out an email if you guys are available and wanna come help. Yeah, because that was fun last year.
That was fun.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
just let us know.
Yeah, because I don't know
Oh,
if things are in-house.
well, we could always take the stuff home and do it at home as well.
Yeah.
Take it home, I'll do it with you, run over
Watching
next
Suits.
door. Can I make a suggestion though?
Yeah.
Can everyone with their own phone take a picture of this diagram? Just so they have a general idea, and I am not sending it to everyone, so everyone can just take a
Read
picture of it now.
We'll text it to you, John.
Thank you.
Or have Patty send it.
I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But, I mean, I remember.
And
how
again,
did
you guys
last
can,
year,
you know, if the.
We can do
you
what we need to.
adjust as you will, but it's just at least a thought. And pretty much it's what we've done the last 2 years. Like, so if you look at the pictures from last year or the year before,
That's what I'm trying to find.
and I have them on my phone, because when I did this list, I literally looked at the pictures on my phone to make sure I did everything. Because we did get enough pictures last year that we were able to, I was able to put this list together without missing anything. Okay, that's not gonna look good, but you see the whole shadow of me and my phone. All right,
Yeah,
all right.
I can send it to him.
Where were we?
Okay, so is everybody good with the Halloween event for now?
Yep.
Okay,
My husband and I were Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. And
so the next,
LOP was Ken, my daughter and son-in-law were Ken and Barbie.
so the next agenda item is the Health and Wellness Fair. Did you guys talk about this at all at the meeting last month?
We're slinky, but
Yeah.
I had to walk
Okay,
between
perfect.
them.
So, is there any updates for the Health and Wellness Fair on, because if you guys were independently going to ask,
Uh-oh.
Did you guys get so the official letter was written, did you guys get a copy of the official letter for this year? Okay, so I'm gonna have Patty email you guys the official letter.
That is the letter that has to be changed. In my notes, I have it highlighted that it needs to be changed.
But I already changed it and
Oh, you
sent
did?
it to her, yes.
Oh, with the correct date?
Yes.
Okay,
And the time.
In
time.
the time.
Okay,
Yeah, 'cause we
perfect.
argued over the time last month.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's, we adjusted it, by an hour, so instead of doing 10 to 2, we did 10:30 to 1:30.
Okay.
So we just cut it by 1 hour because it was always fizzing out, and then we can tell
I
people.
thought we changed it to the 11:30 to 1:30. No? So
It
it's-
was 3 hours.
Okay, so it's 3 hours.
It's 3 hours.
I mean, 'cause that's what we talked about at the last meeting.
Yes, we had
Yeah,
Yeah.
we just cut it
a
by.
heated discussion over it.
Did you? I didn't listen. We only
Yeah.
we
see?
only cut it by 1 hour.
There's the minutes.
Yeah, we missed that. It's 10:30 to 1:30.
and that's why I said the letter was wrong.
Oh yeah, it's not wrong.
Okay, that's why I was telling you the letter was wrong. Okay, 10:30 to 1:30.
Yeah, so we cut it by 1 hour. It was always 10 to 2, so we cut it by a half an hour in the beginning and a
Yeah,
half
that's
an hour
good.
at the end.
Gotcha. Okay.
And what time do you want us to show up here on that day?
9:30, because we will tell people, and it says it on the letter, that some of them schlep in a ton of stuff. Some of them can set up in 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we tell them, you have an hour if you need it, and if you don't need it, just make sure you're here to pay your $25. And because that takes a lot, because like it was a lot of running around last year to find people, and especially if they were trying to pay by credit card. So if they had a check or cash, it was easy, and then there had to be a checklist and who paid, and to make sure.
We should say check or cash. It's just $25.
Okay, so I do have to change that on the letter
Okay.
then.
I mean-
But see, this is the thing. Some of them can't pay by check or cash because of the nature of their business. Like
The pot
Baycare,
guy.
huh?
Maybe the pot guy too.
What about the?
There's a marijuana guy. He may not be able to pay by credit card.
Yeah, some of the businesses,
Right.
because they're doing it through a business account, like Baycare wouldn't bring a $25 check. Like they
Yeah.
want to use a corporate
Plus they
credit
need
card.
to, okay.
Yeah, so like I want to say 6 people did by credit card last year. That was it. So if they're small independent, they had no problem. But like even like I know Clean Eats did a credit card. A lot of them did a credit card. And if they sent an employee, they definitely wanted to do their corporate
Right,
credit card.
yeah.
So we'll just leave it the way it is. And it wasn't terrible. It was just coordinating, finding the person and finding Kyle and getting them to the front desk right here at the same time, because it had to be done right here, because the city doesn't have a square where Kyle could go to them and do it at their table. They had to go to Kyle.
I have a square.
I know, but it's not connected to the so we can't,
You know how much those things cost? $10.
or free.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
you could-
free.
I got mine free when I had one. for
Yeah.
my business.
Yeah. Okay, so you know what, like, so then we can put this off 1 more month. I will have Patty send out the revised letter to you guys, and then we can do, like, if you have people that you've emailed, and like Deb I know the Pilates person, so we will clean up this. If you have people that you have reached out to already and they have confirmed, let Patty know, and then I will get this all cleaned up for next month.
John, did you reach out to the eye doctor?
I did, the appointment I had, was set up while I'm still up here, so I moved that, back to the, end of October, and I figured I would, talk to them when I was in there at that time.
Okay.
I suspect I may wind up, getting a cataract removed, so I'm making another professional, to talk to. And I have a quick, point of order kind of, question here regarding the sunshine law. So for instance, and maybe this will be obviated when we do the next meeting here, but it says, okay, Michael and John volunteered to contact, these different vendors. Outside of the meeting, okay, is it, okay, or is it forbidden to talk to another member of the committee, okay, about coordinating something like this.
That's not against sunshine.
You know what I'm saying?
It is. Yes, so John, I think if you want to confirm with anybody whether anything was done, any type of communication has to go through Patty.
Has to go through Patty,
Gentry.
the clerk, Patty.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to call and say, Tammy, I'm not going to be there today. Or text me. That's fine. But Patty sends out the invite. She sends out, whether you're going to accept or decline. You know what I mean? So like today, Susan couldn't come last minute and she contacted Patty. That's the way it should be, but I don't think it's against the sunshine law. It's just, if we're talking about or making a decision on something that's going to happen, that's what we can't talk about off the record. So it's not like we can't talk.
It is okay then, if we have something like, we have two people dividing up 4 different jobs, it's okay for them to talk and coordinate. I mean, well, Deb and I went out.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
That's perfectly okay. That's not a decision-making thing
Right.
by the group. It's a decision-making thing between a couple people working on something. That's okay, right?
Yes, because what you're doing has already been discussed and disseminated and assigned, so it's already public knowledge of what you're.
And that group is like a
That makes-
sub-team, basically.
Yeah, okay.
It's a
That makes
committee
sense.
almost.
That makes sense. I got it. Thank you.
Okay, and then,
So whoever said, let's just do this, whoever said they were gonna reach out to people, let's be proactive and reach out to them.
Right.
And see by next month if we can't have some results now that once we get the, letter.
yes, okay,
Okay.
from Patty. Okay, and then, the welcome bag contents for number 7, we've already talked about.
Except that was how many more things you need for your bags, right? This is the contents of your bags. What's going in them.
Oh, yeah, I'll have to do that, so I'll just, I'll update that, you'll see that update in the minutes, cause I'll send it to Patty. Cause I didn't do that before I got here. Didn't have time. And then I didn't see was in the minutes for, agenda item number 8, so, did you guys decide who's taking beach cleanup what month?
Yeah, it's all done.
It's in the minutes.
I didn't see
Very
it.
nice.
Yep.
Okay, how did I miss that?
Page 4.
And in next month's minutes, I'm removing all the other activities and I have it, you'll get it like this next month, just the beach cleanups.
Okay,
Okay, the first time I included everything, all the
Right.
events we were doing.
which was very nice.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was really good.
Here, sweetie, you don't have it here.
Okay. Okay, so John, you have October 7th?
That is correct.
Okay, so what I did was I have this little recap sheet that I'm going to email to Patty. And then I'm out of town.
I'll take a picture of it.
I'm out of town that weekend, but like I'll make sure that before I leave town, the call it the beach cleanup kit is here at City Hall. And then there's instructions like step by step on what, I typically do for a beach cleanup. And you've been to enough to know, but you know what I'm saying.
Well, it should be included in the minutes anyway, so everybody knows for next time.
Yes.
And, oh, she has them. Okay, so,
Yeah, I want the kit.
yeah, I'll put it in,
This other,
wait a minute.
We're gonna get a hard
that,
copy.
hopefully is typically staged at the,
See, nothing stays though. Nothing stays at City Hall because typically in the past, I've always, I've done it 99% of the time. So,
Oh, see, this was my thing.
It's at
For
my-
the lead person, their tasks. So what I'll do
Oh, just
is
fill it
break this, I'll take this, nobody needs to do anything, you don't need to send it to Patty, I'll take this, I already have a copy. And I will break it down from the lead person to the tasks. And then I will send this to Patty and ask her to send it to everyone, so everyone has it.
Okay, excellent, thank you.
And Michael, you should take a picture of this.
I did.
John's the first one. So I'll send this to John now, but it will be in the notes.
Yeah, but the kit, John, will be in Aaron's office, right, Aaron?
Yes.
Yeah, because what, you're not gonna be there,
And
so.
does he need to pick up the donuts?
Yes, he
He
needs
needs
to
to do
pick up the
everything.
donuts.
Right.
Water, ice, donuts. John, you need a cooler for beach cleanup too, because I always just use my own cooler. And you know, I always have my cute little table and my nice little Bel Air beach tablecloth, but you don't have to have that if you don't want to.
Well, I don't know. My big deal is I'm going to be using my Volkswagen Bug convertible to do all this, so I might want to kind of look at it
He
and figure
has
out how
one?
it's going to fit in there. So,
Got
because
ya.
my wife's car is always a mess. So.
Well, the biggest,
Okay.
yeah, I guess the biggest thing is the cooler.
And I'm close.
If the cooler's at City Hall on Friday, I'll figure out if the stuff is at City Hall. I'll go there the day, a day earlier.
And that's on the instruction sheet. I always come here the day before and pick up ice and water. I just bring my cooler and then throw it in there. And then Aaron will either hand you or email you the receipt for Publix. And then I usually keep the stuff at my house, but now that we're like trading who's the lead, we'll just leave the kit at City Hall all the time. So like, if it's my turn, I'll come and pick it up like, I do, like everybody else does, as opposed to just storing it at my house.
Sure, that would be perfect.
And that's like got the first aid kit, the bug, the hand sanitizer, the gloves,
Sign-in sheets.
sign-up sheets, garbage bags, clipboard, pens,
The, I don't know if you have the,
parking passes.
do you wear the vest there? No vest
No.
there, okay. Parking passes, that's
Yeah.
important.
So the parking passes for the non-residents, and we do have them, and they will get ticketed. The cop shows up at every beach cleanup, and he will they have to have the parking pass, and then you have to make sure they don't drive off with it, because that's happened, and then, it does say 1 hour for beach cleanup, but,
But then you can use it forever,
yeah,
if they drive off with it, yeah.
Jeez, those are kind of valuable.
well, I mean, it literally says, that street only for beach cleanup for 1 hour, so I mean, it's really not that handy.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Right, so they can show up for beach cleanup anytime they want.
If it's honestly, it's the same people every time, and we know them now, and no, if they drive off with it, it's going to be an accident, and they'll
of
bring
course.
it back. Like if they're volunteering their time to clean our beaches or the beaches, they're not going to try to steal the parking pass. But yeah, those are in the kit too. So
This is perfect, Tammy.
it's step by step,
It's
right?
perfect.
Is that okay?
That's
All right.
perfect. And I'm gonna, you can see I like the list, so I'll just put it in a list format. Everybody will get the list, and we'll always have it in the records too.
Okay, excellent.
Perfect. And this is the first time we're sharing with you.
I
You've
know,
done
it's awesome.
everything
I know.
all this
We
time.
so appreciate you finally sharing.
I'm relinquishing.
Her husband must be thrilled.
I'm such a control freak. I'm sorry.
No.
Cleaning out her area in her garage, getting rid of this.
Well, I had to make room for the foundation stuff. No, I'm teasing. My husband put these nice shelves in. I was like, I can fill those in like 6 minutes. Anyway, okay, so we're good on beach cleanup. That's awesome. And then agenda number 9, other business. Does anybody have anything else they want to discuss?
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Any follow-up information on the cover-up for outside, Aaron? Yeah, like
Yes,
I
the
think you
selfies.
guys were supposed to get 3 bids
We
and,
got one bid, and that was, gosh, I was giving to Kyle quite a while ago. One of say was,
like 50,000 or 35,000
no,
or
it wasn't
something.
that much, it was like 20.
Okay.
I think, Kyle has the information, and it's been a minute since I visited that, so.
Okay, but nothing else. Okay. That's all for me. Sorry.
Anybody?
No, I mean,
move that we adjourn the meeting.
Wait a minute,
Oh.
but wait a minute, so.
We got to do it next meeting date.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And,
Okay. Okay, so I am going to be resigning from secretary,
Oh, no.
so I can help with secretary on the foundation because I'm needed there as well. We have more volunteers here, so if somebody wants to be secretary, how about you, Aaron?
He can't be secretary.
Of course not.
I know, you're teasing.
I was like, that's just another job you throw on my plate.
Yeah, he's like, okay.
How can we give her up? She's the best.
I'm not the best.
Yes, sir.
Very
Um,
good.
Any interest, Michael? If not, maybe we can contact Susan.
So I could, but my,
Plate is full.
yeah, well, I mean, I'm here. I mean, it's
Yeah.
done while
Right.
you're here. But my, I could. I'm just saying I could, and I'll wait and see if Susan wants to.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Okay,
How
why
about
don't we have Patty Gentry email Susan and explain that Deb had to resign from being secretary of the Park and Rec Board and see if she's interested? Because John, I'm assuming since you've not for once said a word that you're not interested.
Well, I, not only, but since I'm gone for, I'm not there for 5 meetings and all this.
That makes sense.
I just don't think it makes sense for me to do it.
I understand. Okay, no, that's cool. No, so we'll I'll have Patty email Susan, and then we'll just vote on it at the beginning of the next meeting. What's really nice, and Deb can say, is Patty does a very nice. I mean, Patty hands you the form
Everything.
to fill
Okay.
out. I mean, you don't have to. You're not recreating the wheel. It's all bullet pointed.
Here, she basically sends me, I do a little work on it just so I put my little charts in, but she basically sends me this format and I give myself space to write because I'm a miserable writer. And I'm already, this is made for next week because I looked at it and I said, all right, let me really just consolidate it now to beach cleanup since that's all we're doing. But otherwise, that wouldn't be here. But all this is all taken care of. And she emails this to you. So,
Yeah, and it's just bullet points. Like you can write as much.
But it transfers. So
She
my
sends
big-
the
my
whole
big
document.
hesitation, and like I said, I still want to go with what I said. We'll
yeah, if you have
ask
to.
Susan, but I can't read my own handwriting.
That's why she
That's my biggest issue. I can't read my own handwriting.
Yeah, I'm not too far off from you. Look at this mess. I don't even know how I go home and make notes out of it. That's
I've
ridiculous.
tried, it's something that I've actually been, just in transparency, been working on, because when I'm writing scribbly, I'm not actually saving any time,
Yeah.
as when I take my time to form my letters. So
No, I
it's just
hear you.
lazy, it's almost just
Yeah, I know.
laziness more than anything.
It's almost like shorthand.
Yeah.
Unless you just really felt like your profession should have been a doctor.
Yeah. And I write, I was like, what is that?
That's so funny.
I texted this to you. Can I keep this copy?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I have it on email.
I texted them to you so you could text them to John. I sent them to him, but I think I'm emailing them to him.
Okay. Yeah,
So
that's
I
cool.
sent you the 2 things.
Okay, so I will have Patty send an email to Susan, and then we'll just go from there. And then
I don't need a motion to resign or something. I just resign. Okay.
No, I think you're good.
Your formal letter.
But you're still with us.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay.
She's not resigning from the board. She's just not
Gotcha.
going to be the secretary.
Gotcha.
I was wondering if you guys could check your calendars and see if the because I know we're going to be there's going to be just the 1 hour thing on the 27th, but I wanted to see if the 12th
Yeah.
or the
I'll-
19th.
Can I change?
Yeah.
I mean, I know we gotta vote on it next time or whatever, but I'll do it.
What, the secretary?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Well, how about this? If you want to do it, I can help you a little bit until you're up and
Okay.
running on
All right,
it.
That's fair.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, thanks.
I mean, I don't know if I think we might have to vote on it, but I'm saying
You would
I'll
like to do it.
volunteer.
Okay.
Would someone like to make a motion?
Yeah, I move that Michael
Are
becomes the new
you
secretary.
setting, wait a minute, before we do that, are you setting a date for the next meeting?
Well, no, we kind of backtracked for 1 second because Michael just said he would be the new secretary. So Patty just made a motion for Michael to be the new Park and Rec Board secretary, and I'd like to second that motion. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, so thank you, Michael's our new secretary.
Thank you very much.
Michael.
And then and then we were talking about dates for the next month's meeting, in addition to just the 1 hour on the 27th to prep for the event. Thursday the 12th or Thursday the 19th, do either of those work for you guys?
The 12th works, the 19th does not for me.
I just texted Kyle also about the 12th.
Okay,
I'm good.
it's for the 12th? John, are you good for the 12th?
Yeah, either one. I don't know whether I'll be there in person or remotely, but I can make either one work.
Okay, so then we will just make the next meeting on Thursday, the 12th at 2:30.
I'll make the motion. Do we need a
Second.
motion? Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, so we're good for our October meeting, and then I'd like to make a motion to adjourn
Oh,
today's.
wait, the one more
Oh.
date. You said we need another date, the 27th. So you said next time we'll discuss the 27th. Is that the only other date? Okay.
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
the 27th at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, whatever you guys decide next month. But
So
we'll
you're-
solidify that next month, so you know it's closer to, and you guys know.
Okay, and you're making a motion to adjourn?
Yes.
Okay. I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, thank you,
3:30.
everybody. Meeting is adjourned. Hour on the dot.
Hour